Okay, so you've now got me. My name's Ben. I'll be commentating for this game. Josh has now decided to jump onto the field with the Perth Phoenixes. He was a bit devastated with that loss, so he thinks he needs to jump on the field to get the win. So let's see if that strategy plays out for him. So you may have noticed that there have been a couple of headband changes since the first game to this one. So I'll do another roll call for each position and see who will be doing what. As you can see, Sandy is trying to make his way past. Oh, that was a nice dodge. Oh, and they still live on their brooms. That's okay. Bounce off the ground. And there's another score. So for 0 for Tim. So Phoenixes are up 2-0. Come on, Mandrakes, you need to bring it back. So with the quaffle, it's considered live until it goes through a hoop or goes out of bounds. So if Josh tries to score and he misses, the ball is live. However, if he scores, it does not become live again until the opposing keeper picks up the ball. So that was a beat for Vlad. 99. Pushing through. A good block by Mel. Oh, and that is out by the Mandrakes. So it goes to the Phoenixes. Oh, no good. It didn't go through the hoop. Lockie's got the ball. Now, you might not be able to see it from you guys are watching, but where they start, there is a line there. That is called the keeper zone. So everything behind that is considered the keeper zone. And the keeper for that team where they started gets what's called keeper immunity. So they cannot be tackled, not be beat. So unfortunately that was good. Oh, Lockie. Phoenix still recover the ball. So back to Josh. Courtney is beat, and she has to go back to the hoops to touch them. So beat Sandy. Oh, beat Mark. You will also hear people calling out to their team things like one beater or no beaters. That is letting the other players know that they have no defense or very little defense. So at the moment, the Murdoch Mandrakes have bludger control. Oh! So that is beat by Mark. It was a good attempt to save it. So even though he got hit by the ball, he is not considered beat until the ball goes dead. So the ball then has to hit the ground. So in that attempt, he tried to hit the ball up and catch it. Oh, the ball's down to Mandrakes. They scored! That was a score for Tom. So the ball needs to go back to the keeper. So it's now Tim. There's been a position change for the Phoenixes. Now I want to start hearing some cheering for when people score. Oh, that was beat before. So what happened there was, even though the ball went through the hoop, Sandy got beat before he let go of the ball. So therefore the score, it does not count. So I want to hear some noise for the Murdoch Mandrakes as they walk up the field. Come on, let me hear you. Woo! Well, clearly all the Murdoch Mandrake fans have gone, so everyone here must be for the Phoenix. Let me hear the Phoenix fans. We got to be louder than that. Keeper's ball, and he's gone. He's taking it. Passes it off. Score is no good. He has dismounted by dropping his broom in an attempt to block the quaffle. Even though it ended up dismounted, it looks like just the pressure itself gave it the advantage back to them. So one of the things you can see that's happening right now was, even though, well, the Phoenixes had both of the bludgers, and the third bludger was on the floor. So what Vlad did is he put his hand up. That gives him the beater immunity. So that means he cannot get beat because they are at the disadvantage of having no bludgers. So we turn the ball back over to the Mandrake. Now, what you might see here is what is called a point guard. So, generally the keeper will go back into the fence, back by the hoops, and you'll have someone on point. They'll be the person that pressure on the incoming quaffle holder. So as you can see here, Josh has gone up to be on point. So Thomas got beat. Unfortunately, Lockie did not make the match, so therefore is a turnover to the Perth Phoenixes. So the score is currently 30-20 to the Perth Phoenixes. Let's see if Mandrakes can bring it back up. Now, when you get beat, everything is considered beatable. So that includes anything from the head down to your feet, including the broom. The broom becomes an extension of your body. So even if it just hits the tip of the broom, it still counts as being beat. So Vince got beat again, having to take that long walk back to the hoops to reset. So Vlad is safe because the ball bounced off his ball, hitting him. So with what I just said about things being the extension of the body, the ball does not count in that instant. You can use the ball to deflect incoming bludgers. So what just happened there was Josh hung back a little bit, watched his beater teammate. Oh, nice quick play happening there. Can Sandy return the quick play? Oh, unfortunately it went out of bounds, so it's a turnover to the Murdoch Mandrakes. So yeah, so from your angle you might not be able to see it, but there is a white line that goes around the whole outside of our pitch, and that is the play field. over the years there have been some adaptations to the rule book. About 4 years ago, it was actually an oval pitch. Unfortunately, there was a miss back to the Phoenixes, and they run it down. Oh, Josh is beat. He almost got. He should have got the shot. So the snitch will be coming on the pitch any moment now. So keep an eye out for that yellow player. And the score, the Mandrakes by Tom. There was about 5 attempts there. They finally got it in. So that now sets the score up to 30-40 for the Phoenixes. We'll get that update on the scoreboard in just a second. We're just getting the snitch sorted out. Okay, so we've got some defense happening here. Mel got beat. Oh, Kenzie got beat. We've got to fight for the bludger over here. Oh, and Josh gets the score. He managed to duck and weave around Kenzie. So the score is now 50-30. Go. So I want to hear some more cheering when people score. Let them know that you are here and you are here to support these teams. Oh, we got Lockie. So Mandrake fans, I want to hear you. Woo! Okay, we've got the push up. So there is a brief period between when the snitch gets released and when the seekers are released. So it's roughly about a minute. So what will happen very soon, the snitch will be let loose. That generally is around the time where the seekers need to present themselves to the starting bench, where they will then be released to start chasing after the seeker, the snitch. So Mandrakes have chosen to take the optimal path by having their sub come off now to get some rest. Okay, so we've got another score by the Phoenixes. So the ball is reset with Kenzie. Okay, so let me hear a countdown for snitch. So we've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so keep an eye out for the snitch. He's going to be running around. Oh, and Kenzie blocks with the quaffle. Can Lockie get the ball? Oh, there's a miss. So, goal. So at the moment the score is 60-30. So if the Mandrakes were to catch the snitch straight away, that would put us into a tie where we would then go into overtime. So the Mandrakes want to desperately get some quaffle points here so they do not go into overtime. They also don't want to catch it when they're even less, because then they just straight up lose. However, for the Phoenixes, they want to catch it straight away, so that way it's just a dead out win. So the Seekers doing the gentleman thing, giving themselves a handshake, wishing each other a good match. Okay, so we're going to do a 5-second countdown for the Seekers to release. So, Seekers release in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You better run, Snitch. Oh, dives, but he misses. So one of the biggest advantages the Snitch has is they have both hands free to do whatever they like to the Seekers. So as mentioned a little bit earlier, that the Snitch can pull the broom out between the Seeker's legs, and that would then dismount them. You also want to have your beaters protecting the Snitch. So as much as Josh also wants to catch the Snitch, he also doesn't want Tom to catch the Snitch. Now the game is solely focused on the crowd here for the Quaffle game. So what was that? Was that a goal or not? No, it was a no goal. So it wrapped around the top as the hoop started to fall down. Now a hoop is considered scoreable until the hoop touches the ground. So if you happen to be knocking the pole over in an attempt to throw it through, but it goes through while it is falling down, it is still good. However, once the hoop touches the ground, it is then a no good hoop and needs to be stood back up before it becomes live again. And so we got another score for the Murdoch Mandrakes, tying it up 60-60. It is literally coming down to a Snitch catch, which I wonder where the Snitch is. They appear to have disappeared. So as Josh mentioned before, the Snitch is able to go anywhere, do anything. In past years there have been Snitches that have climbed trees, climbed buildings, and that was a score. It still went through the hoop, so that is a score for the Phoenixes. There have been incidents where the Snitch has gone and caught public transport and just left. There's been an incident where the Snitch has hopped into their car, drove down to the local Macca's, came back and just sat in their locked car eating Macca's with the Seekers just standing out there watching him. Very insightful. Now, there's also some items that the Snitch can bring. They do need to get approved by the game's director. But there have been instances where I've seen videos of Seekers that have brought unicycles down. They've been riding unicycles down at the pitch. Makes them an extra... Oh, we got another score by the Phoenixes! Straight through the top hoop. Now, each hoop is only worth 10 points. Oh, here comes the Snitch. They did a whole lap around Peel Manor. And they're fighting, not wanting to let any other person get ahead of each other. Oh, we've got a Snitch catch. So brooms down, brooms down. Now, I don't know about you guys, but that's like the cleanest of catches. So normally there would be a Snitch ref that runs around with to make sure that everything is good, because even though the Snitch can manipulate the players cannot manipulate the snitch. So that is a good catch to the Perth Phoenixes. So they have won the Peel Manor House Cup for 2021, making the score 110 to the Phoenixes and 60 to the Mandrakes.
Sorry, Professor, our muggle technology.
I'll say something. Really thanks to everyone who organised it and had us. I do want to pull Ben up. It was definitely we each won a game, so it's definitely kind of a bit of a shared cup there. But thanks so much for having us. We really had fun. It was incredible to see how many people were dressing up. You guys are amazing. Loved it. Thank you guys as well for obviously filming everything. We hope it was really enjoyable. Thank you everyone. Proud.